Yours, damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you.
Teetee swore up and down she was gonna get a chain, baby. I could have told you was gonna get that chain. Crying, whining, and throwing tantrums over a necklace is crazy. But what's good? What's up, Messy Mob? It's your girl, MessyMya, and I am back again with another review, recap, whatever you want to call it, baby. I'm here back with the mess with Baddies Going Wild, baby. I am caught up and I am ready to get into it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell so you know every single time I post a new video. Girl, it's MessyMya. It's the best mob, girl. We are lit over here. Trust and believe that. And yeah, let's get to the mess. Okay, so the episode starts off exactly where we left off last episode with Cupcake and Janellis literally being peer pressured into fighting, and these two weak-minded ass followers let scrawny ass Teetee and hefty ass Daisy put a battery in their back. The fight wasn't even all that, baby. Janellis was pulled hair whole time. Cupcake could not hold her head up to save her life. Like DTB said, baby, you know, I quote it every single time. Line that shit up there, yo, set up, ho, you doing all that Russian, ho, yo, what? Hold your head up, ho. Cupcake couldn't even hold her head up, ho. Literally, girl. I'm talking about Janellis is dragging her. Pulling hair whole time, but still dragging her, and Cupcake is swinging and not connecting no hits. No. Baby, you just like I said, Janellis was pulled hair whole time. Cupcake got dragged, was swinging and missing all of her hits. Janellis got to kicking Cupcake all in her shit. It wasn't even a good fight, but Cupcake did not even pinch this hoe. It wasn't a good fight, but baby, you damn sure didn't win. How do you let them peer pressure you into getting beat up? Beat up! That's what you get for pump faking too. Pump faking behind closed doors when Janellis wasn't there, talking to Daisy and Teetee like you was on that. But then whenever you confronted Janellis, it was never none of that. Baby, that's what you get for pump faking. Should have never been pump faking. You should have made it known at the beginning that you had no intention on fighting, but you wanted to, baby, you wanted to poke your chest out like you was on that. You wasn't on that. So now you got peer pressured into getting whooped on. That's crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Weak-minded, a follower, and you're a grown-ass woman listening to other grown-ass women. Y'all let these girls put batteries in your back too much. If I don't want to fight, ho, I don't want to fight. It is what it is. And what you gonna do to me? You got peer pressured into getting beat on. That's crazy. I'm still not over that. Janellis whooped you. And it wasn't even a good fight. That's the thing that's baffling to me. It literally was not even a good fight. It wasn't a good squabble. Y'all weren't neck and neck. You held your hair down. She pulled your hair the whole time. But she still won. With your big ass. Your ass can't fight, ho. I see why you don't be wanting to fight like that. You can't fight. You too big to be getting whooped on like that. One thing about it, and two things for sure, I cannot stand no hoe that is big for nothing. You're literally big for nothing. You ain't even pinch her. That's the thing that's baffling to me. Girl. Cupcake and Janellis are grown-ass women that got peer pressured into fighting. Like, literally peer pressured. Like, girl. Anyways, the way that Daisy was all over Baddies, all on Baddies, this scene irritated me. And the way that Baddies is letting it happen is more irritating. Daisy is definitely starting to be weird towards Janellis. I really want to know what her real issue is. Like, what is your real issue with her? Like, you have no real issue with her. Like, Daisy is being weird towards Janellis, acting like she's a punk. Girl, boo. Bitch, that's one thing about it. I don't think that Janellis is a punk. Every single time they called her out, or whoever called her out for a fade, baby, she lined it up. Even with you, ho. Even with you. When there's multiple girls in the house that didn't want no smoke with you, even after you tried to bully them, put them on their back over a bed, baby, till this day, they still don't want no smoke with you. When you called out Janellis over the phones, Janellis ran out with you. But like, she's steady trying to pull Janellis' card, acting like Janellis is this punk ass hoe. That's why I'm saying, like, Janellis needs to stop letting Daisy put batteries in her back. Daisy does not even like you, sis. She don't even like you. She does not even like you. So you letting this hoe put batteries in your back and she don't even like you for real. Like, okay, so after Janellis dragged Cupcake all up and through the living room, child, Cupcake sat down with Daisy and Baddies and basically told them that she has a lot of trauma. And it's basically, okay, so to keep a long story short, she basically said that she does not like to fight. She doesn't want to fight because she has a lot of trauma, and when she does fight, it triggers her. So I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with her opening up, but I feel like if you have unresolved trauma that still haunts you to this day, literally to the point where it triggers you whenever you fight somebody, I don't think this is the show that you should be on, baby. You need to... This is actually the last thing that you should do. Like, if fighting triggers you, then you need to stop inserting your... First of all, if fighting triggers you, you don't even need to be on the show. But if you are on the show, you need to stop inserting yourself into other people's beef. Stop being messy. Stop talking shit. And stop pumping your chest out like you're on that and like you're like that, when in reality, you don't want to fight. You don't want to fight. Cupcake does not want to fight. That's why Cupcake barely gets into it with anybody. She does not want to fight, bitch. So if it triggers you and you've been through so much, and I respect it, if you've been through so much and it triggers you, which it does a lot of people, you don't need to be on the show, let alone being on the show and causing issues, baby. You need to go into the background. I feel like she did that. It was just like the timing of it was just too convenient for me. Like, this is too convenient. The fact that you just got dragged and whooped on, and now it's like, oh, I have, okay, well, if you have, why are you on the show that literally consists of fighting nonstop? Why are you on a show? Why are you on this show that is literally centered around fighting and catching fades and standing on business, quote unquote? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't even align. Make it make sense, boo. Child, so Shay is back from the hospital, cast and all, girl, may need surgery. That street ball done did it to my girl, child. Oxy is a real one for saying that she take all fades for Shay because Shay obviously cannot fight right now. I do that for mine too. So Natalie comes back and Erica tells Natalie that the show is not for her and she doesn't want it to get out of hand. And I understand that. Like, you know, she doesn't want it to get out of hand, but I feel like Erica should have stayed. Like, I feel like she should have stayed. I feel like she should not have gave them bitches any type of satisfaction. Oh my gosh. I love Erica though. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like she should not have given them the satisfaction of running her up out the house, because that's exactly what happened. They literally ran her up out the house. Especially because it was the very end of the season, baby. They only got like 1 day left. They only have 1 day left. Don't let them run you up out of there. That's how I feel. I understand where she's coming from, where she's like, you know, obviously she just seen Baddies' braid literally get snatched up out of her, baby, straight from the scalp. And the girls is jumping her and they literally hate her guts. So I understand what, you know what I'm saying? I understand what she's saying, but I feel like she should have stayed, child. It was only another 24 hours, baby. And obviously, she's been isolated this entire time. She hasn't been going anywhere with them. She's been, like, in the background, kind of away from the group. I feel like she should have stayed. Like, I don't know. But, you know, like I said, her reason, I understand it. But I just don't like how she gave them the satisfaction. Oh, girl. Child, so like I said, she tells Natalie the show is not for her. She doesn't want it to get out of hand. She doesn't want it to get taken to a place where she cannot come back from. And Natalie tells Erica she should have stuck it out and not let them run her up out the house. And I agree with that. So Erica goes and tells the girls Rella G's is calling her all type of names, girl, calling her scary, all that, girl. That's what I'm saying. Oh no. That, I'm telling you. And she went out too peaceful for me. Like, but I get it though. She said, you know, I wanted to show the world a different type of baddie. Yeah, okay, we understand that, baby. She went out too peaceful for me. Especially the way that they were talking to her and degrading her. Oh my gosh. So Teetee tells her to come downstairs and run her ones, make her exit. Cupcake got all the mouth in the world. Got all the bass in her voice. telling Erica that she knew what she signed up for. Mind you, this was the same hoe the night before that just got dragged up and down the living room and was crying to Daisy and to Bahati about how she didn't want to fight because that, and the third, knowing what show that she came on to. But she has the nerve to look Erica in her face from down there and tell Erica, ho, you knew what you signed. You knew what you signed up for, ho. You knew what you signed up for. Huh? Like I said, baby, all the bass in her voice. Telling Erica she knew what she signed up for. And if she thought she was just going to sit pretty, that she's mistaken. What are you talking about? Erica got in the field more than you. Let's really get into it. Baby, the only time Cupcake got in the field was when she jumped Bahati at the very beginning. She jumped Bahati with Coco. She got whooped on by Bahati over a bed. And then ended up giving the bed to Bahati after Bahati whooped her all up and down that room. You got whooped and dragged by Janellis. You're not in the field like that, baby. Honestly, half of the time you be in the background. You admitted that you don't want to fight. You don't want to fight knowing what show you came on to. You got excuses for why you don't want to fight on a fighting show. But you got the nerve to look at Erica and tell Erica been in the field more than you. Erica won more fights more than you. And you got the nerve to say, if you just thought that you was going to sit pretty, if you thought that you were going to sit pretty, you're mistaken. Girl, who is you? This is the wrong messenger. How? Wrong messenger. You barely get in the field, and when you do get in the field, you literally do not win. You're either jumping into somebody else's fights, or you're losing. How you got whooped on by Janellis and Bahati. Like, I don't want to hear nothing else from Cupcake. And then again, I don't understand how you're somebody, like, I would think that's, okay. Although I feel like if you have traumas, and the fighting literally triggers your traumas, there is nothing wrong with that. So you should not be putting yourself in no type of position to get triggered. Baby, you shouldn't. So it's like I said, it's one thing for that, but it's like, you literally came onto the, okay. But my thing is that if you come onto the show with these unresolved traumas that are triggered, that can be very triggering, especially when you're around a lot of violence, because your trauma consists of a lot of violence against you. So it just doesn't make any sense. So not only did you come on a show centered around fighting, but you're also problematic on this show. You also like to start stuff. You also like to insert yourself into stuff. You also like to pop your shit like you are now. Why are you even talking, baby? I would have thought that you would have been the most unproblematic one on the show. You should not be problematic. You should not have much to say. You should not put yourself in positions to be fighting. You should not be popping your mouth, popping nothing. Shut up. I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes me think that it was an excuse. Because why are you talking? We already established that you don't want to fight. You literally had to get peer pressured into fighting. We already established that you don't want to fight. You barely fight. You're barely on camera. You barely get any camera time. So why are you telling the next hoe that she can't sit pretty? If she thought that she was gonna sit pretty this whole time and not get in the paint, she's mistaken. And she should have known what she signed up for. Girl, this is the pot calling the kettle black. Cupcake, shut up. She been talking a little bit too much for somebody who don't even want to fight, who admitted that she does not want to fight. Cupcake, we don't want to hear anything that you have to say, baby. Steady popping it out the side of your thick ass neck thicker than Ivory's hoe. Mind you, it has nothing to do with you. The only ones that should be popping it to Erica are the ones that fought her or had an issue with her. But it's like, now that I think about it, why do y'all, they literally hate this girl, and it's sick. I kind of get, now that I'm talking about it out loud, I kind of get why she wants to leave. Me personally, I would have stayed and made them hoes mad. I wouldn't have gave them the satisfaction, especially if it was only one day left. But I kind of get it. Y'all literally hate this girl for nothing. It's literally sick. I feel like y'all are jealous of her. Mind you, Erica never did anything to anybody in the house except for Rella. And the only reason why she was cracking Rella upside her head with the charger block is because Rella called her out and wouldn't leave her alone. She tried to deflect the situation. She tried to, you know what I'm saying, kind of duck the fade a little bit. She didn't want to get in the paint with Rella because it was stupid. And Rella kept picking and Rella got exactly what she asked for. Erica literally did nothing to nobody else. She did nothing to y'all for y'all to hate her this much. Y'all are sick. I don't feel like she's scary. I feel like this show is just not for her. And obviously the hatred, the actual hatred that was coming from the girls is just sick as hell. Like I said, me personally, I wish that she would have stuck it out for literally one more day. They had one more day left after this. I wish that she would have stuck it out to not give them the satisfaction of feeling like they ran her up out the house and they got some type of power over her or intimidated her. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. She left. She's gone. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she ran her face with everybody that literally called her out. She didn't duck nothing. Okay? She ran up on people knowing that she could have got jumped or snuck or all that. And yeah, y'all are mad. Y'all are literally mad. She did nothing to none of y'all. Literally did nothing to any of you guys except for Rella G's. Except for Rella G's, and Rella G's was asking for it because she didn't even want to fight you. And the reason why you wanted to fight her was stupid. You literally picked with her. Rella G's only picks at people that she feels like she can whoop. Y'all see she left Baddies alone after Baddies put Bill fast. Okay, so after Erica left and the girls popped they ish to her, Natalie starts to give out chains. Okay, so Natalie gives the first chain to Daisy. Honestly, I am not surprised. I'm really not. First of all, Natalie loves her a good villain. And not only that, but Daisy, whether we like to admit it or not, Daisy does have some type of leadership role in the house. Nobody steps to her at all. Whatever she says goes. She's literally putting batteries in people's back and they listen to her. They literally listen to her. She's literally the leader. She's literally running the house if you really want to be for real. Because nobody is bold enough to step up to her. Like, literally nobody is bold enough to step up to Daisy. Except for Baddies and Janellis. You know what I'm saying? But like, they're not, you know what I'm saying? So I'm honestly not surprised. Natalie loves her a good villain and she loves her a good leader, baby. And Daisy is both. All right. Not only that, but she is also undefeated. Natalie then lines up Teetee, y'all know, Hurricane Emery, Gloss, and Baddies. Coco wondering why she's not in the lineup is pathetic. Not only pathetic, but it's a joke. Why would you be in the lineup? Did you really think that you would get a chain? Baby, I would have given Teetee a chain before I would have gave you a chain, baby. You don't even get... Girl, don't get me started on Coco. Girl, literally, you still got a blood vessel popped in your eye and you still ain't get your lick back for that, baby. Every single confessional, I'm tired of seeing you and your one eye, girl. You can't even fight like that, to be honest. You cannot fight like that. What are you getting a chain for? For breaking up a friendship and lying? What are you getting a chain for? For whooping on Jaden? What are you getting a chain for? For getting whooped by Daisy? And literally not getting your lick back? What are you getting a chain for? For jumping Baddies at the beginning of the season? Girl, boo, bye. I don't want to... Girl, child, like, you're not getting a chain. I don't understand why Coco even thought that she was going to get a chain. You're delusional. You don't even deserve to be a candidate for the chain. Somehow, she was mad because Natalie didn't line her up. And basically trying to question why Baddies up there over her. You are delusional. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, baby, I would have given Teetee a chain over Coco. Coco thinking that she deserved to be in the lineup was a joke. Gloss Up being in the lineup was a joke. Hurricane M being in the lineup was a joke. Hurricane M only fought 2 people. I mean, I think it's like the street brawl, but like, no, she still fought 2 people. She fought Shay and Jaden. She kept picking on Jaden and kept milking a storyline with Jaden and obsessing over Jaden when Jaden told her multiple times that she did not want no smoke with her and she was done with the situation because you knew it was a guaranteed W. Girl, like I said, Gloss Up being up there is a joke. Hurricane M being up there is a joke. I feel like it probably should have been Teetee and Baddies. No, scratch that. I don't even think Teetee should have been up there. I just feel like Natalie should have given it to Baddies. And I feel like Natalie is very much messy because she didn't line Daisy up with nobody. She just said, Daisy, I'm going to give you the chain. Then she should have said, Baddies, I want to give you the chain. Girl, please. You knew you were going to give Baddies that chain. You lined them girls up because I feel like you wanted them to snatch her chain or to get to fighting up there. That's why I feel like you did it. She lined Baddies up with a group of girls that don't like her and gave her the chain in front of them. After they sitting there crying and explaining themselves, and Natalie know what she was doing. She even told Teetee or hinted to Teetee to snatch the chain off of one of their necks. Girl, please. Anyways, girl, Teetee being up there is a joke too. I would have preferred Teetee over anybody else. But that's not really saying much because I don't feel like they should have been up there. Teetee shouldn't have been up there either. Teetee, you fight people one-on-one that you knew you could whoop, jumped, bullied, and girl, I'm just like, you ain't. Teetee fought a lot and Teetee started a lot of stuff. Teetee is definitely a staple in the show, but I'm just saying, what are we basing it on? Are we basing it on standing on business? Because baby, Baddies stood on business and didn't duck no fade from nobody. Nobody. Daisy put you on your back on the floor and you couldn't even get your lick back from Daisy. But you've been fighting Jada and Baddies for no reason all throughout the show. You only pick on people that you know you can whoop. She's very strategic, baby. She picks her fights very wisely. And then she had the nerve to sit up there and cry and in the midst of her speech say, oh, I haven't lost not one fight. Ho, you lost, ho. Because I recall Daisy having you swimming on the floor in your own room. And you still didn't run another round. You still didn't get your lick back. Girl, please. It's a joke. She keeps saying that Baddies embarrassed herself on TV. Girl, then what is this right now? What is this? Oh, Baddies got humiliated on national TV. So what is this? You're literally a grown-ass woman crying over a necklace, ho. What is this? If Baddies got humiliated, what are you doing to yourself right now? Baby, you're acting like a toddler. Like, what are we talking about? Child, so, like I said, Baddies never ducked anything. Baddies stood on business the entire time. Never ducked, no fade, nothing. Always ran it with everybody that wanted to line it up with her. It's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close. Baby, you ducked and dodged multiple. Let's not. You only fought who you knew you could beat up. And then imagine embarrassing yourself and crying, literally crying like a baby. Crying like a baby. Like boo-hoo crying, baby. Explaining yourself just for Baddies to end up getting the chain anyway. Natalie knew that she was going to give Baddies the chain. She brought y'all up there to be messy. Collateral damage, ho. She knew she wasn't going to give any of you guys the chain. And then I kept saying this entire time. The fact that Teetee really feels like she's not only going to get the chain, but win the 50K is crazy. Definitely not winning the 50K. The 50K is 100% up to the fans. You're definitely not winning that. Baby. And if you would have gotten the chain, it would have been because Daisy and Baddies picked you to get the chain, not because Natalie felt like you deserved it. And I don't even think Teetee is going to get a chain next episode. Child, so towards the end of the episode, Teetee is running to her room. Honestly, I thought that she was going to run up on somebody. But like, she just like literally ran to her room like a kid. Like it's Maury or something. You are not the father. Why are you running like that? Just, you're embarrassing. Like I said, this is the same girl who literally said that Baddies gets embarrassed. No, you are embarrassing. Baby, towards the end of the episode, the little chain thing or whatever, you know, Natalie looks at Shay and tells Shay, like, oh, you're not engaging in the conversation. Like, I know that you're fresh out the hospital. Mind you, I quote, I know that you are fresh out the hospital, with a literal cast hanging from her neck and on her arm, and you're telling her that she's not engaging. Why would she engage? She's in a room full of girls who don't like her, and she's injured with a cast on her arm that's hanging from her neck, and she could possibly need surgery from being on your show. Why? What does she have to say? Natalie pissed me off right there, because girl, don't be insensitive. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Because Natalie, every single time that you get beat up or you get mad, you get ran off your own set and don't be wanting to talk to nobody. So I don't want to hear nothing. Girl, leave Shay alone. Leave Shay alone. Shay did what she needed to do for your show. Now it's towards the end, and she's injured, and you're messing with her. Leave her alone. But child, that's where the episode ended. Alright, y'all, so that is all I have for you guys today. Thank y'all so much for tuning into the video, baby. If you made it this far, please drop any pink heart emoji in the comment section. Let me know that you are a real MessyMya member and that you stuck it out with me to the end and hurry pop my ish and clock T. Because that's what I do, baby. It's MessyMya. But baby, it's MessyMya. It's the MessyMya girl. I'm out this hoe. Bye.